everybody. Day 6 of my vlog. I'm doing a little bit of my morning routine here. I got some coffee going there. Cooking up some English muffins in the toaster. This is just part of my normal everyday stuff. I'm just going to kind of record throughout the day today. I'm not going to do a sit down like I've been doing and just kind of talking. Just gonna talk to you throughout the day and we'll see how it goes. So, more later. Watching the movie Rudy with Sean Astin. It's actually one of my favorite movies of all time. And every time I watch this movie, it's funny because for me, it's a metaphor to my entire life. And it's also a very large metaphor for me as far as my acting career goes. I mean, I've struggled, worked hard, sacrificed to get to where I'm at. And there's a part in the movie where, he's working his butt off and he makes the practice squad of the Notre Dame football team. And that's how I felt when I got my first gig and I joined the union. And then, he's working and trying to get to where he can dress for a single football game just so that he can prove to his family that, hey, this is what I really do. And he keeps getting shot down and shot down and shot down. And finally the coach says, yeah, I'll let you dress for one game next season. Well, then that coach ends up quitting and a new football coach comes in and he won't let him dress because Rudy's just part of the practice squad and he's not really anybody, in this coach's eyes. And then it gets to the last game of the season and all the other players basically lay down their jerseys for him and say, well, I want Rudy to play in my place. And the coach is like, you're crazy. And, so then all these other players on the team come in and do it. And the coach realizes he doesn't have a choice but to let Rudy play. Now, I don't ever hope that anybody would ever be like, hey, I want this guy to take my place, take my role in this project. That's not what I'm saying here. But to me, it's really cool how all those people come together for him. And I've always looked at that scene and that whole sequence in the film as part of my own life and my own journey as an actor. And it's cool. I love seeing stuff like that. It really hits me in the heart. So just wanted to share that with you. It's another part of my day today. Like I said, as the day goes on, I'm just going to randomly share stuff that pops into my heart or my head. So talk to you on the next one. Cleaning up my Twitter account right now. I just wanted to say something, okay? If I get a friend request on Facebook or on Twitter and I go and I accept the friend request or, and follow back, particularly with Twitter, and then a couple days goes by and I see that you have now unfollowed me, I see that as, okay, I'm just trying to get Twitter followers and I'm going to request somebody and then drop them and stop following them. That's not cool with me. If you're going to do that, don't send me a follow on Twitter or a friend request on Facebook, something like that. Because then I check that stuff every day. And if I get a follow request or a friend request and then I go in and I accept it or I follow back and then a couple days later somebody unfollows me or, stops unfollowing my page on Facebook or whatever, like I said, I see it as a ploy to try to get followers. And that's not cool. I will unfollow and I will not accept another follow or follow back or anything like that again. I don't like it when people do that. If you're going to send me a follow on Twitter, do it because you really want to follow what I'm posting and what I'm doing in my career and in my life. I see that as a chance to really try to get to know me as a person rather than hoping to just get something out of me. I'm not that kind of person. I don't follow people to try to get something out of them. I don't friend request people to try to get something out of them. If I follow you on Twitter or if I follow you on Facebook or send you a friend request on Facebook, it's because I'm truly trying to get to know you as a person, and I just want to try to be friends with you. If something comes from it, great, but I don't expect that, and I don't like it when others expect it of me. So I just felt like I wanted to tell you about that. So I will talk to you on the next vid. Hey everybody, on my way to look into joining a gym. My quest to be healthier and get some endorphins going in my brain that has a tendency to go wonky sometimes. This might help. My wife and I used to belong to LA Fitness, but gosh dang, I hated that gym. Every time you'd go, I mean, it was always so crowded, and the majority of people weren't even working out. They were sitting on equipment on their cell phones and just taking up space. So I'm hoping the gym that I'm going to look at here, that's like maybe half a mile away from my house, is a little bit better. It's a smaller, more kind of community gym, so I'm hoping it's better. But just wanted to share that with you guys. Looks like a nice day today. Sun's out. So after I go and do that, I got to run some other errands, and I'll come back home and go for my daily walk, and that way I don't have to try to get my steps in by walking around the house. So I'll talk to you all again soon. Doing my daily walk. I like walking through my neighborhood. There's this little path here that runs along the railroad tracks over there. It's pretty nice. Got some good weather today. Get some exercise in. Always helps me to take a walk. Helps me clear my head, especially these days. Just being frustrated and down. It's like I said back in my first vlog, you know, I have a problem sometimes with anxiety and depression, and some days are better than others. And this always seems to help, going and doing a walk. So I just wanted to share that with you. Have a good day, everybody.